Hey, Marco. This is KSI Ringare via the news team and KSI Jinvictus. I'd like to first off thank him for his time and work doing the podcast for this. What we're going to be talking about today is the Leadership Education Series that KSI will be having. The series is designed to train leaders in online communication and management, and it will discuss 7 different important aspects to that. The first one is leadership qualities, and I've got a couple guys in here to kind of give you an example of what the classes will be like. Gator, what do you think some of the qualities of a leader should be?
Somebody who definitely knows what they're doing, isn't going to need anybody else to follow, and can be a leader.
Okay, how about Liquid? What do you think is quality of a leader?
Well, I think it needs to be someone who is, first of all, respectful to people that they have within their clan or their division or whatever they have up going. They need to be confident in what they're doing.
Okay, Marco, what about you?
I don't know.
Don't know qualities of a leader? If
I don't
somebody's...
know. I don't lead anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's kind of what this class is designed to do, is talk about qualities of a leader to give you some ideas of what the qualities of a leader are.
I'm a student.
At this point, yes. You're my intro student. You're going the intro class. Okay, Howard, what about you? What do you think are some qualities that a leader should have?
Well, personally, it should be that it's a very personal person, be able to sort of help out the person in some way or form, and just like if need comes, they'd be able to put their foot down and say, look, we have to do this, this, and this. We can still have a good time, but still got to get this business done. And much like what Gator said, to be a person that would help out a person and just enjoy playing games with them.
Sure. Okay. Ray, what about you? What do you think a quality of a leader?
Like someone who takes initiative. Like if we need something to be done, I guess elaborating on what they said. If something needs to be done, they don't need to always go to the person who is above them. Like, do we do this? Do we do this? They're like, okay, we need to do this, and they do it.
Right. Okay. Cool. So you guys have touched on some of the ideas that you know of what a leader is. And me as the teacher, I also have some that I'm going to add in just for you guys to think about. For one, leaders succeed when they lead by example. Now, this is one of the things we're trying to teach in KSI, is to lead by example. If you want the people below you to have respect for you and to talk to you and communicate with you in a open, honest, and civil manner, you need to make sure that as a leader, you are doing that for them all the time, and you are representing that. You are showing that, hey, this is what we think of leadership. This is how we communicate with one another. We're going to do it civilly and not be screaming and shouting and causing trouble. And then another thing as a leader is you have to understand that respect is earned. It is not deserved. And that's one of the big things that we are trying to teach our leaders here, is that just because you're in a rank doesn't mean you deserve that respect from every single member below you. Anybody that you have brought in that's new, that doesn't know you, might not automatically have respect for you. So we're going to talk about some different ways in which you can actually earn respect from people, just in the way that you communicate with them, the way that you treat them, and the way that you show that what you are doing is logical, is fair, is just, and you are considering both sides of any decision that you make. Okay, that's kind of how the class is going to go, where I will present a question that is related to the primary topic of the day, and I get responses from members. And sometimes these responses are, I don't know. Sometimes these responses are, right on the same track of what I'm thinking of a leader as, and what KSI is wanting our leaders to be. And sometimes it's something that maybe KSI hasn't even considered, or the leadership training program hasn't considered. And we say, okay, great. Now next time when I do this class, I will have another idea, another option, another thing to talk about. So really we use the ingenuity and the thoughts and the inventiveness of our members to further assist everyone, so that we kind of all have a basic starting point of what some of the definitions of things in our community are, as well as we can grow those definitions and make them make more sense and fit more with what our members really think. Some of the other topics we will discuss is appropriate communication, the difference between something that you would talk to a friend about or joke around with a friend about versus something that you should be saying in an open lobby with a bunch of people that you don't know. When you represent KSI, when you become a part of our community, you represent a group. You no longer represent just yourself. And we want the image of KSI in the greater online community to be a good image. And what we should be doing when we put on our KSI uniform and go out and play is we should be representing what KSI is all about. An open, inclusive, respectful community. It doesn't have a bunch of trash talking or cheating or any of the negative aspects of some of the online gaming community. Another thing that we're going to talk about is chain of command. Here at KSI, we do have a specific chain of command. You have someone to go to if you have a problem or a concern or an issue or you want help with something. You always should know who your commanding officer is and who their commanding officer is. And while we do have an open door policy that anybody can talk to anyone they want that's in leadership, doesn't matter if it's they're just their superior or all the way up to their division leader or board of directors member or directors, senior directors. You have that open door to talk to them, but they will not always be able to take care of your problem if it is related directly to somebody else's authority or somebody else's job. We try not to step on each other's toes here in KSI, and once you've earned a rank, you're given the respect of being able to handle that rank. And you always have somebody to go to help you, but you don't necessarily always have to go to the top person in the community to get a problem taken care of. There's lots of leaders there for us. Another thing we're going to talk about is management skills. Since it is an online community and involves hundreds of people, sometimes it's difficult to manage that. Sometimes it's difficult to manage all the different information that you're getting and to remember it all to make sure that all the members get to hear that information. But that particular section of this class will go over some management skills, including note-taking and other things. And then we have one class that's all about having fun. I'm literally going to sit everybody down that's in the class, and we're going to talk about different ways that we make our community fun and enjoyable to our members, and come up with new ideas for what we can do in the future, and discuss some of the ideas that we have now and are currently using just to have fun. The last two classes are on recruitment, which is one of the things that helps our community grow, and it needs to be dealt with and taken care of in a certain manner and in a certain way. And we're going to have a whole class on just recruitment, ideas for how to get recruits, what type of people we're looking for as recruits to KSI, as well as the entire process of training those recruits and teaching them about the community. And the last class that we have is a class on duty. When you take a leadership role in KSI, you have certain duties, and you have a certain amount of responsibility based on your particular rank. And when you fail at those duties or you fail at those responsibilities, it's not just your failure, it's hurting the people below you that depend on you to be a good leader, to help make that community strong and fun and as little possible drama as we can have. The format of the class is going to be at 6 Eastern, Sundays and Mondays. There will be two different sections for the class. Attendance is mandatory for you to finish the entire series. So if you come to one section and you miss another one, you have to wait till that next section is re-offered in order for you to finish the whole class. I do ask you to bring a couple of things. One is a notebook, 2 is a pen, pencil, and 3 is some thoughts and ideas of your own about what the topic of the day is going to be. The topic of the day for each of the series will be given ahead of time on our forums, so you'll know kind of what section is coming up, and you can kind of think about what are your ideas about that particular topic before you come to class. I will make sure that there's a discussion time at the end to bring up any other thoughts, ideas, comments, and that will be really useful for the following class as well as the rest of the classmates. And there are some things to do on those specific days that will be part of the class. For instance, recruitment day, we will actually go out and get active recruits that day for whatever division or whatever squad that you're in. So we will talk about our ideas on how recruiting should be done. We'll discuss different thoughts and ideas about what could be different or what could be done a different way from different divisions' perspectives. And then we're going to actually go out and do it and see in action, does it work, what sort of things work better than other things. And for instance, on the fun day, we're going to have some fun games. We're going to actually work on creating a new game type or a new map type for an upcoming tournament. So this is kind of a beginning course to get you guys to understand what we're going to be doing. And yet again, I think Jinvictus, does anybody else have anything that they'd like to add? Thoughts about this? Interest in going to the series? Anything? I guess I'll start with Gator. Do you have anything else?
No, I basically agree with everything you were saying, especially about the part about talking with your friends in KSI and then being in a lobby. That's a big thing I like about KSI is, you know, if you just don't talk crap to everybody else, it makes the game go a lot smoother. You know, you got all your friends to talk to. You guys can talk about the game to yourselves later. Just why make a big drama scene in front of everybody?
Cool. Yeah, definitely. Liquid, did you have something to say?
Well, another thing is, especially like when you're talking about the classes, when you're in the recruitment class, I think a big idea with that is like when you're in the lobby asking for people, even if they're kidding around, you still be respectful to set an example. And for the fun day, I think I could bring some stuff that could help us, like, you know, enjoy that. If people want to, I have good ideas for that. If later I'll bring that up.
Cool. Marco, did you have anything?
No.
Hollowed?
Actually, yes, I do have a couple. Like, I really do like the idea that we have the leadership classes, because we can sit there, go down. Alright, so some people may, like Marco for example, may not be considered as that leader quality, but we're still going to build on that one to make sure that he does well. Just saying, of course, don't kill me. Please don't.
No, I'm good.
Well, yeah, I mean, the classes are designed to help people become leaders if they are not yet leaders, and to help them be better leaders if they are leaders.
Like for me, I need a lot of work on that.
Oh, so do I.
So, Teray, did you have anything else to say before we end this? Okay, cool. Thanks again, Jinvictus. Did you have anything you wanted to add to this this podcast? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that because you're recording. All right. Thank you, Jinvictus, and thank you everybody for being here. I guess we can